Hi everyone, Hungry Reader here. Well, it's raining. And if you're like me, you grew up in California. And you know what that means when it rains. You go out and you play in it! Gonna feel the rain, man. Definitely gonna feel the rain, man. Guess we're not gonna get enough to make a rainford. But for most people who aren't me, the solution was to stay inside. You know, that's just weird, but, you know, everyone to their taste. For a lot of parents, anytime that they get to spend inside with their kids, even if the kids are grumbling that they want to play outdoors, is a teachable moment. And what's the number one thing that parents always want to teach their kids? You got it! Rigid gender roles!
If you're about my age, you might remember Gem, which was Hasbro's MTV-flavored attempt to steal some of Barbie's market share for once. A superhero-influenced story where the costume changes were affected by a holographic computer. But instead of beating up street thugs, Gem fought for love and justice with the power of keytar-based 80s synth pop. It was very original by the standards of girls' toy lines, and the accompanying cartoon even more so. And as we all know, originality doesn't sell. Enter Maxie, which was such a huge step in the opposite direction that it felt like sarcasm on Hasbro's part. Well, fine, don't be a globe-trotting celebrity. Go to the prom, be a cheerleader, see if I care.
I honestly have no idea if there was ever a Maxie cartoon. There might have been. Mostly I remember a catchy commercial. Bell rings, who's there? It wasn't that catchy.
Bell rings, look there. Who's that girl with the beautiful hair? Looking smart, Maxie.
This is the Maxie Sticker Fun book. It's not just a coloring book. It also includes plenty of stickers for you to cut, punch out, lick, I guess, and stick on so you don't have to color those parts.
But hold on, all you creative types, don't think you can get away with giving Maxie a purple face. Nuh-uh, you gotta use these stickers so she looks just like she does on the doll. Stickers of Maxie's head, stickers of Maxie's body, stickers of Maxie's everything down to the knees, and even some abstract art that you might have wanted to color your own colors, but no, we'll handle it.
This book originally belonged to Nancy Ho, and, as you can see, it was very well loved. A sticker book with no stickers applied, however, does present some interesting creative possibilities. No one says I have to apply the sticker here. Maybe I could just draw whatever I want. Why, take this picture of Maxie relaxing on a daybed. What do you think that semicircular object at her hip might be? An allegedly delicious Doritos Locos taco? A diaper bag that she calls a bowling ball case to avoid scandal. Or maybe it really is just her kitty. As our rigidly enforced gender roles textbook proves, girls are primarily interested in clothes and makeup and lockers and barbells. You know, all ordinary things that every girl sees on an everyday basis. But boys, of course, are more interested in boy things, like robots that turn into vehicles and kill each other. The early 80s saw a boom in convertible robot toys, and the first ones out of the gate were Tonka and Bandai's GoBots. These days, the GoBots have an undeserved bad reputation as runners-up at best and knockoffs at the worst, but in their day, they were the big bots. This book is one of many interesting examples of how marketing works when a cartoon hasn't become the standard definition of how a property works. All of the stuff in this book comes directly from Tonka, and as you can see, They hadn't nailed a lot of the premise down yet. In the beginning, we are informed that the planet Gobatron, where they live, is made up of friendly and enemy GoBots. Yep, they are naturally divided into good guys and bad guys. And then we learn an enemy GoBot lives behind prison walls. So, by the circumstances of your birth, because you were called an enemy, you were born into prison. So apparently the GoBots have a caste system, complete with its own untouchables. That is until the enemy GoBots learn a disguise to fool everyone. Wait, they had to learn to turn into vehicles? It's not just part of their natural culture? Turning into a car is just a life hack? The disguises are remarkably effective, though. Apparently no one guesses that that helicopter might really be Copter. Or that that scooter might really be Scooter. Or, you think that tank over there, you think that might be... Nah. Are you making a disappointed face, young man? Or woman? Anyway, the ethnic minority GoBots escape their prison cells and go on a rampage on Earth, and adventure ensues. Well, we're like a caper, really. There's no dialogue, everyone's in vehicle mode. It feels more like a Keystone Cops chase than anything else. Screech crash! Now remember, don't disclose the location of our top secret military base. Robot, you're under arrest! Oh man, officer, look, a dead bird. Beep boop. Leader 1, come in, Leader 1, I found Psykill. Turns out he's only about 5 feet tall. Ho-hum! Boy, am I ever terrified! I'd better speed walk away!
Oh, delicious stop signs!
Oh, my aching head. He's actually got a goose egg? You did a great job walking away, Scooter.
Thanks, Leader 1. I earned this.
Oh, I know. I got you the wrong robot toy, didn't I? You know, when you're a parent, you can't be expected to know the difference between GoBots and power converters and morphodroids and whatever these transformers are.
It is a world transformed, where things are not what they seem. It is the world of the Transformers. Transformers!
Maxie and the GoBots may have been short-lived, but the Transformers had staying power. Since 1984, they've been around in one form or another pretty much continuously. And I should know, because I was there in the beginning in 1984, and I've been with them ever since. The Transformers coloring book is unique because it actually has some credits on the inside. No credit was given for the technically competent, although slightly dry artwork of the Maxi Sticker Fun book, whereas the GoBots artwork was either in-house promotional or, well, lackluster. But this one was written by one Dwight John Zimmerman and drawn by a Steve Ditko. You think? The legendary superhero artist and co-creator of Spider-Man, reduced to doing toy-based coloring books in the 1980s? No wonder he flipped out and became an objectivist. He just wanted to be recognized. Da-da-da-da-da-da. The Transformers coloring book, Bumblebee to the Rescue, has a bit more of a plot than the last two we looked at. The evil Decepticon leader Megatron has a new plot to take over the world. Rather than destroy the Autobots outright, he'll just throw them into a prison he built. Okay. The first activity given is a quiz to match the names and faces, even though some Transformers have little face at all. But everyone knows Optimus Prime, even when they draw him with an inexplicably adorable button nose. If you don't know him, the coloring book will happily introduce you. This is the noble Optimus Prime, leader of the Autobots. He's super smart and can split into 3 pieces. Hey, it's true, my Optimus Prime split into 3 pieces right in the box! As Megatron puts his grim plans into effect, the Autobots Sideswipe and Bluestreak are having a race, officiated by this horrible, grinning specter of death. Once the race is over, they bicker about who won whilst doing the chicken dance. And as they were busy arguing, the Decepticons fly up and drop energy nets on them to catch them. The moral of this story is to always play fair, and also,
Don't waste time doing a stupid race when you're in the middle of a civil war. Meanwhile, Optimus Prime and Gears are hanging out in an empty canyon playing It's the Monster That Looks Like Gears! Rah! But waiting to spoil their fun is the evil Decepticon Rumble. Quoth Rumble,
There, Optimus Prime and Gears! I'll trap them with my earthquake power!
yes, Rumble really can make earthquakes, which causes Optimus Prime to shout his rallying cry, "Time for me to split into 3 parts!" If you've ever wondered what's in that trailer that Optimus Prime always totes around in his truck mode, now you know, an artillery placement and a scout car, which helpfully clear away the rocks from the earthquake. That earthquake was no accident, says Optimus Prime, which raises the interesting question if earthquakes are ever accidents. But before this interesting ontological discussion can be explored, the evil Soundwave steps out from behind a cliff and unplugs the Autobots. Man, and we complain about the battery life on the Nintendo 3DS.
Oh no! They got Trailbreaker too!
Exclaimed Sideswipe as he entered his prison cell to see, "Gah! That's Trailbreaker? He doesn't look anything like that in the cartoon, and his toy looks even less like that." Did somebody on the staff of this coloring book say,
Hey, this robot's black. Let's make him look like an offensive cross between Kanye West and a boombox.
now all the Autobots are trapped in Megatron's vaguely Millennium Falcon-like prison, except for poor, humble little Bumblebee, who, like Trailbreaker, looks nothing like he did on the cartoon, but that's because he is toy-accurate to a fault. He has no neck, just a featureless face on a head prism, and his arms are encumbered by giant wheels. Strangest of all, the artist only gave Bumblebee one arm. His left arm is just a deformed pair of wheels that points backward. I guess the artist didn't have a toy to draw, just a weirdly posed photograph.
I must free the Autobots, but how? Think. Eureka!
Yoink! Look out, everyone! A giant Autobot! Says Laserbeak, who can actually talk in this story. Megatron attacks, leading a platoon of completely unfamiliar Decepticons. Who's this guy here with the teddy bear ears? I want to know more about him. As the Decepticons all charge out, Bumblebee sneaks in to free his friends, but first he has to figure out which door they're behind. It is an Autobot prison, so you'd think all of them. But then the trick is revealed. Wait, that was a giant Autobot? Wow, nice use of forced perspective, Bumblebee. But they're too late. Bumblebee has opened the unlocked door where the Autobots were politely waiting for their captors to return, apparently, and invites them to start busting Deceptichops. First things first, get Bazooka Joe all tied up so you can call a cab and split!
This iron bar is going to be part of your prison, Megatron.
But wait, Megatron's made of metal too. That's like tying him up in flesh. Is this like leather for you guys? Or tentacles?
Thank Primus that Bumblebee had at least one functional arm to open the door with for us.
And Bumblebee went down in history as the man who opened a door!
I think first I'll use my crayons to make Maxie beautiful with lots of pretty makeup colors. Then I can use my markers to fill in the GoBots and... Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. Hey! That means... we gotta go outside and play. Oh. Sporting events, travel, hanging out with friends. Fuck, I say. Next time we're gonna talk about something fun to do, rain or shine. Reading. Hope you're hungry. No, I will be. You didn't even eat my Wheaties.